Welcome, everyone, to today's Explainer. I'm putting on my cognitive psychologist hat today for a little Psych 101 action. So, have you ever felt this? You're sitting in a crowded classroom, or maybe walking through a loud market, or just minding your own business, scrolling on your phone on the bus. And then, out of nowhere, bam, you get this deeply strange, kind of creepy sensation that someone is watching you. You whip around, and there actually is someone staring right at you. So is that just a crazy coincidence, or does your brain have some hidden superpower we never talk about?
The psychology of the gaze, why you feel watched. Today, we're diving deep into this. As a cognitive psychologist, I find this stuff absolutely fascinating, and I am super excited to unpack this phenomenon with you in this explainer. We're going to look at the hard science behind that spooky feeling, and I promise you, the actual reality is way more mind-blowing than magic. Here's our quick roadmap for today's explainer. We're covering 1. The spooky sensation, 2. Evolution's threat detector, 3. The brain's hidden radar, 4. The confirmation bias trap, and finally, the reality of blindsight. Let's get right into it.
Section 1. The spooky sensation. Let's acknowledge something right off the bat. Pretty much everyone has experienced this. You're chilling, and suddenly something just feels off. Right? It's like a tiny alarm bell going off in your head, and before you consciously know why, you look over your shoulder. Sometimes there's absolutely nobody there, but other times, someone is staring a hole right through you. So what's really happening here? Are we tapping into some mystical sixth sense, or is our brain just running a massive, totally hidden calculation? Section 2. Evolution's threat detector. To really understand this, we've got to rewind the clock thousands of years. For the vast majority of human history, being watched didn't mean someone was admiring your outfit. It meant imminent danger, a predator lurking in the bushes, an enemy tribe, a literal life or death threat. The early humans who actually noticed that invisible attention, they survived. The ones who didn't, well, they often became lunch. So evolution basically built us a hyper-effective, built-in threat detector. Scientists call this biological hardware gaze detection. Humans are incredibly, almost terrifyingly good at detecting where other people are looking. Research actually suggests we have specialized systems in our brains completely dedicated to processing eyes, faces, and social attention cues. We are literally hardwired from birth to be hypersensitive to gaze direction. Section 3. The brain's hidden radar. Let's dig into the creepy mechanics of how this happens in real time. Okay, here's where it gets truly wild. Your brain treats another person's attention as something physically real. Scientists have found that we mentally represent someone else's gaze almost like a directional force, like a beam pointing directly at us. Think of it like an invisible spotlight. The very millisecond someone focuses that spotlight on you, your brain instantly starts scanning the environment for clues. But what is it actually scanning for? Most of the time, you aren't using a sixth sense at all. Your brain is just rapidly picking up on microscopic, everyday signals before your conscious mind even wakes up to them. We're talking a tiny millimeter head movement, a totally faint reflection in a window, a shifting shadow, small, barely there sounds, even just super subtle shifts in the body language of people around you. Your conscious mind completely misses all of this, but your subconscious, oh, it catches absolutely everything. Section 4, the confirmation bias trap. If this is all just subconscious math, why does it feel so undeniably supernatural? Well, here's the twist. It's because your memory cheats. Psychologists call this confirmation bias. It's the psychological tendency to remember our successful guesses and instantly forget the unsuccessful ones. And honestly, it explains a massive chunk of this whole phenomenon. Think about it. When you turn around and someone actually is staring at you, your brain logs it. It feels amazing. It feels like undeniable proof that you have a superpower. But when you turn around and nobody's there, your brain just completely deletes the file. You don't keep track of the hundreds of times you awkwardly looked back at an empty room. Our memory is completely rigged. We hoard the hits, and we totally trash the misses. This cognitive glitch artificially inflates your success rate in your own head, which is exactly why the phenomenon feels like absolute magic when it happens in our daily lives. Section 5. The reality of blindsight. Have you ever heard of blindsight? It is essentially the ability of parts of your brain to react to visual information entirely outside of your conscious awareness. Basically, your brain is constantly processing way more visual data in the background than you could ever realize. It can literally react to things you haven't even technically seen yet. Which means sometimes that eerie feeling of being watched isn't magic. It's just your brain noticing something before you do. Your brain was designed by evolution to be this relentless, constantly scanning machine, looking for danger and social signals. It's just working exactly as intended, processing a ton of background data and pinging you with an alert.
So can humans really feel eyes on the back of their head? Probably not in a supernatural way. That strange, creepy feeling isn't a paranormal sixth sense. It's literally just millions of years of evolution doing exactly what it was designed to do, keeping you safe, keeping you alert, and keeping you socially aware in a very complex world. Class dismissed for today, but before you go, I want to leave you with a final thought to ponder. If your brain is silently picking up all these incredibly subtle cues about people watching you entirely in the background, what else is your subconscious noticing right now without your permission?